So today we will start with electrical drives. So as our subject is electrical drive, first we will try to understand what is electrical drives and then we will go ahead. So this question is coming in your mind, what is electrical drives? So in a single line, if I define the drive, then motion control is called as drive. Motion control means what? Any of the motion. Means it may be rotatory motion, it may be upward motion, it may be downward motion, it may be linear motion. Any of the motion control, that is called as drive, if we are defining in the simple language. More elaborately, if we see, it is defined as the form of machine equipment designed to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy and provide electrical control of this process. Try to understand this. It is defined as the form of machine equipment designed to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. In our machinery, what we are doing, we know that we are converting this electrical energy into mechanical energy. So the machine equipment designed to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy and provide the electrical control of this process. So some process is there that will control this all conversion according to the requirement of the customer, according to the need. So that is called as the drive. It may use any of the prime movers such as diesel engine, gas or steam turbine, steam engine or any electric motor. So this rotatory motion, rotation or the motion we are talking about, this can be done by using any of the prime movers. So many types of prime movers are available. It may be using any diesel engine, or the gas or steam turbine, steam engine. All these are the mechanical things. Or instead of all, if we are using the electrical motor, then it will become the electrical drive. So if we are using any mechanical system, then it is normal drive. But if we are using electrical motor for the movement, for the motion, then it will become the electrical drives. So what we are seeing, drives are system employed for motion control. It requires prime movers, and drive that employ electric motor as prime movers are known as the electrical drive. So the prime mover we are using in this system, when it is electrical motor, any of the electrical motor, then it is known as the electrical drives. Okay, so again I will revise all this. Drives are system employed for motion control, will require prime mover, and drive that employ electric motors as prime movers are known as electrical drive. Now we will move to the next. In our day-to-day life, if we talk about some examples of electrical drives are, so many are there. Industrial application, if we are talking about, number of industries are there. For example, if we see the textile mill, the transportation, the machine tools. Domestic side, if we see at your home, we are having fans, washing machines and many more. Just think over that and tell me what are the few more domestic application you are having, or think over the industrial applications are those. Some more industry name you can incorporate over here, that what are the various examples of electrical drives. So why we are talking about the electrical drives, what are the advantage of electrical drives with respect to mechanical drives? So have flexible control characteristics. See, in the machine subject you have gone through the various motors and you are knowing the nature or knowing the characteristic of various motors. So we have seen various types of the motor. Some motors are having the feature of constant speed. Some motors are having the feature of constant torque. So likewise, we are having flexible control characteristic. So we are having the facility that we can control the nature of the various type of the motor. So flexible characteristic we are getting because we are having wide range of motors are available in wide range of torque, speed and power. The same thing applied over here also, because number of motors are available and number of and some motors we are having in the small size, some motors we are having in the large size. You might have seen the very large size of the synchronous machines and the power station. So the availability in the wide range, that is very important factor when we are talking about the motor. Not pollute the environment, as if we are talking about the diesel engine, it will pollute the environment, while this type of the thing is not here in the motor or when we are using the electrical drives. Adaptable in almost any operating condition. So it is not depending on any of the type of the weather condition. It is the motors are comfortable with all the condition. Only few motors cannot be used in some chemical industries and all that we will see later. Otherwise else all the motors we can use in any operating condition. And that another point that is very important, that it can operate in all the 4 quadrants of operation. 4 quadrants of operation, few of you might be knowing. This we will discuss in detail also in our next lecture might be. So the 4 quadrant operation of the motor means what? That speed and torque. That sometime you have observed in your machine lab that the machine is rotating in one direction. Now you want to stop the motor, and now if you want to change the direction of rotation of motor, so the forward direction is there, the motoring action is there, the braking action is there, and both these action can also be possible in forward and reverse direction. So that's how we are having 4 quadrant of operation. So the motor can operate in all the 4 quadrant of operation. Smooth speed control. One thing is speed control and another point is smooth speed control. Means what? We want to control the speed. That is true. That we are talking about the drive means we are talking about the controlling of the speed. But it should be smooth. That when we are changing some parameter, that speed is changing smoothly. There is no hurdle, no transient, no spikes are there. So that is the smooth speed control. Further, if we classify the drive, broadly it can be classified in 2 categories, AC and DC drive. Now you have to help me in this way, that if I talk about the advantages of the DC drive, so you have to just recall that what you have studied in the DC machine and what are the main features of the DC motor that makes it so widely used. So that will definitely come in the advantages of the DC drive. So just think over that. So the first and the very important point, DC motors are very versatile for the purpose of speed control. That is the main feature of the DC motor that makes the DC drive very popular. Because you have gone through the various methods of speed control of DC motor, that armature voltage control, flux control, armature resistance control. We will see all these in detail also. But right now, just all these methods, simply by varying the value of rheostat, you can change the speed of DC motor. This type of the practical you might have performed in the machine lab. So how simple it is. You have just changing the value of rheostat and the speed get changed. So these are the advantage. This is main advantage. What is the disadvantage? Just think over that. The disadvantage is whatever the disadvantage of DC machine, that will actually the disadvantage of DC drive. Just think over that. Okay, I'll help you. Sparking at the brushes. It limits both the highest speed of operation and design capacity of motor. This is the drawback of DC motor, and it applied in the DC drive also, that you might have noticed that there is a sparking at the brushes when the DC motor is moving. So because of that, the highest speed of operation is limited, and that will design capacity of the motor is also trouble because of that. So these are the main drawbacks of the DC drive. Also, the ripple content of the motor current due to the process of rectification impairs the commutation capability of the motor. Try to understand this point. See, whatever the machine or the DC motor features or the operation you have studied, all these for the pure DC. But whether the pure DC is available? Are you getting the pure DC in your machine lab? No. Few of you must be agreed, or you might have seen the big rectifier unit in the machine lab. So we are using the rectifier that will convert your AC into DC, and that DC we are giving to the DC motor. And that I in the last time I taught you all these in the power electronics also, that we are getting the pure DC. We are not able to get the pure DC. We can get only pulsating DC. You can smooth that DC by using the filters, but the ripple contents are there. You can reduce the ripples, but you can't nullify the ripples. So the ripple contents are there due to the process of rectification. It impairs the commutation capability of the motor. So it will affect the commutation capability of the motor. The commutation will not become so proper. So these are the drawbacks of the DC drive. So I'll stop over here. Thank you.